Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm going to do a Halloween themed tier tray for you guys, show you 12 DIYs that you can make to decorate your tier tray with. Don't mind any noises that one is currently making. There's always somebody down here. If you guys have been a longtime follower of me, you know that I absolutely love tier trays. I love decorating them, making them, you name it. They're my absolute favorite thing to decorate in my home. And today I'm also releasing my Halloween tiered tray craft kit set, plus some extra larger signs and fun things as well. So if you want to check those out, I will leave my website linked in my description box down below. I will have Halloween today, and then next Monday will be Thanksgiving. The next Monday will be winter, and then the next Monday will be Christmas, and I will have all of my seasonal and holiday craft kits out then, probably with a little trickling in throughout the rest of the year, but I hope that you guys enjoy them. I can't wait for you guys to see them. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the video. So for this DIY, I'm going to grab 3 different colors of twine, a cream, a brown, and an orange. You can use whatever ones that you want. I'm going to take the twine and I'm going to wrap it around my fingers about 20 times. And you're going to kind of start by making a tassel is the steps for it. I just used this dowel to kind of keep everything nice and even at the top, and I'm going to take some brown twine and wrap it around that top part and tie a double knot, making sure that it's all nice and tight. And then I'll wrap that brown twine around the top portion several times, tying a double knot and then cutting off the excess brown twine. Then I'm just going to cut the bottom like you would a tassel, cutting off the ends and making sure it's all nice and even. And then I'm going to take a dowel that I got from the Dollar Tree. I'm just going to kind of push it in the top, and I'm going to cut it down using my miter shears. I just cut it on an angle, added some hot glue, and then pushed it right down into the top portion of that tassel, and now you have a cute little broom. I thought this was so much fun, and I made 3 different ones, like I said, using some orange twine and then just using some brown twine as well. And I just followed the exact same steps for the first one. This was super easy to make, and I just think the broomsticks turned out so cute. You could do all sorts of different colors, whatever you want to match your Halloween decor. I decided for my Halloween tier tray that I wanted to do a little bit of, non-traditional Halloween colors. I had some ribbon that was kind of my inspiration for all the colors for today's video, so I tried sticking with that as best as I could. A lot of yellows, oranges, some blue, and white and black. And then obviously you can make as many of these as you want. Like I said, as many different colors as you want. This was really quick and easy, maybe 5 minutes to make these, and I think that they are absolutely adorable. And just like all of my tier tray videos, remember to stick to the end if you want to see a full close-up of all the finished products all together on my tier tray. For this one, you are going to grab one of these gnome picks that I picked up from the Dollar Tree. They're already putting Christmas stuff out, so that's what I grabbed. And then I'm also going to get one of these witch hat picks, and I just took one out. The piece on top of the hat was already unraveling, so I just took all of that off so that I am left with a bare black hat. Once I have gotten that done, I'm going to take my little gnome guy and I'm going to cut off his hat from his body. I had to use my scissors and just kind of work around it a little bit, but it wasn't too hard to remove that hat. Now I'm going to take some of this ribbon. This, like I said, is the ribbon that I got that inspired the colors for my Halloween tier tray. And I'm going to take some of that, I'm going to cut off a piece, and I'm just going to start by wrapping and gluing it around the top of my witch's hat. And I just kind of folded it in, weird places, just mostly trying to get it to fit around the triangle part, but I also thought that it looked really cute all folded and messed up on the hat. you'll be able to see what I'm talking about when it's all done. But I just started folding it and hot gluing it and folding it and hot gluing it until I got it wrapped around the entire hat. Once that was done, I took one of these sunflowers that you can get in a pack from the Dollar Tree. I just cut off the little stem, and then I'm just going to hot glue that right down to the hat. Now I'm going to take my gnome, and I kind of had to reassemble him a little bit. His beard was falling off, so I just started hot gluing his beard and nose back down to the little styrofoam piece. And then I added some hot glue to his nose and stuck the hat down on there. Added some hot glue to the back of his hat. Stuck that there, and then I folded up the brim of his hat with just a little bit of hot glue and hot glued it to the top so it was kind of folded up. And that's it for my Halloween gnome. So like I said before, my Halloween craft kits are now available. I'm so excited for you guys to be able to purchase them. If you head on over to my website, www.moredecalanddecor.com, you can see my craft kits and all the other craft kits that I've put out so far this year. I've been loving creating these, and I want to show you a couple sneak peeks into my Halloween craft kit this year. So the next two DIYs will be a couple of my Halloween craft kits. So for this first one, you have a haunted house ticket booth, which I thought was so much fun. So I just start by painting all of my pieces. I'm going to use this really pretty blue color from Dixie Belle, and I just go through and give the entire thing just one good coat, and then I just start painting all my other pieces. So this portion for the stand at the bottom, kind of like the table portion, I'm going to paint black. There's a couple bats that I'll paint black, as well as the ticket sign that I paint orange, a ghost that I paint white, and then for all the letters, I paint them a really pretty mustard yellow. And then I'm just going to go through with some gel super glue and assemble my ticket booth. And this is really easy to do. I like the gel super glue when I'm assembling my craft kits, just because I feel like you get that immediate hold and you're not getting a ton of glue everywhere, especially with the tip of the super glue bottle. It makes it really easy to put glue on there without making a big mess. So I just go through, put on all of my words, and then just start putting on all my other pieces. And that's how easy it is to assemble my craft kits. And the thing that I love most is that you can paint this any way that your heart desires. If you want a more traditional Halloween look, you can do those purples and oranges and blacks, really however you want. But I just think that this turned out super cute. And then of course you can't have a tiered tray kit without a garland. I absolutely love doing garlands in my tiered tray kits, and I knew I needed one in this one. So I did a witch's hat, which I think is really cute. You can keep it as plain as you want, but I'm just going to paint the hat black, and then I'm going to take 27 beads that come in your kit, and I'm going to divide it into 3. So I have 9 yellows, 9 oranges, and 9 of the blue color that I just used for my ticket stand. And I'm going to put all the beads on a skewer stick to make them really easy to paint. I'll get all my beads painted, and then I'll take some twine that also comes in your craft kit, and I'm going to string on all of my beads just in a pattern, and then I'll tie on the witch's hat at the end. Like I said, you can leave the witch's hat plain like this. In the end, I decided to take a white marker and do some stitching around the witch's hat. I'll make myself a tassel for the other end, just wrapping that twine around my hand about 20 times, and then taking the excess string on the other side of the garland and tying a double knot to hold that garland on. You'll take another piece of string and wrap it around the top portion of your tassel, tie a double knot, wrap that around as many times as you want, cut off the ends, and trim it all up so it's nice and even. And that's all you have to do to make my craft kit garlands. These are so much fun. And again, you can do whatever colors you want to make it match your Halloween decor. And that's it. I will leave my website linked in my description box for you guys to check out. For this DIY, I'm going to take the hay bales that you can get from the Dollar Tree. They come in a 6-pack, and I just thought these were really fun this year, so I'm going to take some of those. I'm also going to take some of these mini pumpkins that I got in a pack from the Target dollar spot. I actually really loved the color of these, this more spicy pumpkin color. I really liked it. So I just set out my hay bales in a way that I wanted them to be. As you can see here, I have 2 in the middle, 2 on the sides, and then I'll have 2 on top. So I'm just kind of going through and switching out which ones that I want where, and then I'm just going to start gluing all of my hay bales together. Once I have my hay bales all put together, I'm just going to start hot gluing the pumpkins down where I want them on top of my hay bales. And you can put this in any way that you want. I just kind of messed with the placement of the pumpkins for a little bit. Did 3 on the top and 3 on the bottom until it looked like this. And then to add a little finishing touch, I have these pieces that I got in a big kit from Hobby Lobby. There was all sorts of Halloween little mini wood cutouts, and I grabbed a cat and I painted it black, and then I hot glued it to the front of my pumpkin hay bales. And that is it for this one. For this one, I grabbed some white string. I'm going to wrap it around my hand. Again, about 20 times. You're going to do the same steps as you would do when you're making a tassel. So wrapped it around my hand about 20 times. Then I'm going to wrap around the top portion just like you would when you're making a tassel. And I just tied a double knot right in place. And then I cut off the bottom loops, make sure they are all nice and even by giving it a little haircut. And then I'm going to take some of this white buffalo check ribbon that I had, and I'm just going to cut a little piece off and tie it around that top portion where I tied the string. Now I'm going to follow that step 3 times. Then I'm going to take some black paper. This is all I had, was this buffalo check paper. I'm going to take a hole punch, and I am going to hole punch 6 holes for the eyes of my ghosts. Before I get those eyes on there, I want the top portion to be nice and round where the ghost's head is going to be. So I'm going to take an excess piece of string, and I'm going to tie a knot at the top with that string so that the ghost head is nice and round. And then I'll just go through with some super glue and super glue my eyes down to my ghosts. And then I'm also going to take some yellow felt balls that I had, a big needle that I can string my string through, and then I'm just going to start stringing my felt balls and my ghosts onto this piece of string to make a cute felt ball and ghost banner. And I thought this one turned out really, really fun. For this next one, I'm going to use one of these wood hanging rounds that you can get from the Dollar Tree. I just start by removing this twine and the tag, and I'm going to give it one good coat of Waverly chalk paint in white, and then I'm going to use a chalk couture transfer. This one is Halloween, and I thought that the October 31st one was really, really cute. If you haven't ever heard of chalk couture, they do transfers and chalk paste, and I'll just show you what I do. You just take the transfer off, you stick it down to your cloth, fuzz it all up, and it's basically like a stencil that you can reuse over and over and over again as long as you take care of it and wash it properly. And I just think these are really fun. If you're ever interested in Chalk Couture, I will always have them listed in my description box. I'm a designer with them and I could not be more obsessed. So for chalk paste, you could always buy a pack of singles, which honestly, you can use these for a really long time. When you're using chalk paste, you don't need a whole lot. So a lot of times when I use singles, I will just tape them back up so that I can continue to use them. So you could do that, or you could buy the actual big jars of chalk paste, which I'm going to do here. I'm just going to use the black, and I'm going to take my little squeegee tool and apply my chalk paste that way. If you're ever interested in trying Chalk Couture, but you don't want to necessarily invest in everything that you have to invest in when you're buying Chalk Couture, because it can be a little pricey at first, you can always try out with their Club Couture subscription service that you get a monthly transfer and those single paste packs for just $20 a month, which I think is a really good deal if you just want to try them out and you don't want to fully, commit to everything that's Chalk Couture. I just think that's a really great way to get your feet wet and see how you feel about it before purchasing everything. Again, I will always have that linked in my description box. So I'm just going to start by making another tassel, and then I'm going to string on 4 wooden beads that I get in a pack off of Amazon. I just get that onto my string, and then I just string through my little tassel and bead piece through that hole at the top of the wooden round, tie a knot, and that's it for this one. I think this turned out super cute. I'm going to take some of these treat bags from the Dollar Tree. They are jack-o'-lantern, and I just thought that these were really cute. I knew I wanted to do a DIY with them, so I'm going to take one of these chalkboard stands that you can also get from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to start by cutting the bottom of the bag off and then cutting a slit through the back so that I can unfold the bag. I'm going to just hot glue the bag right down to the front of my chalkboard stand, making sure that the jack-o'-lantern face is right centered in the middle. And then I just go through and hot glue all the sides down to the back, making sure that everything is nice and tight. And I just get everything hot glued, cut off the excess material where I need to, and fold over that top and hot glue that down. And then I'm going to take some of these bats from that same Hobby Lobby pack of Halloween cutouts, and I am going to paint them black. I ended up only using one. And then I'm going to take one of those same sunflowers that I used in a previous project. I cut one of those off. And then I'm going to take some twine and wrap it around the top of my little pumpkin stand. And I just wrapped it around a couple times. And then I'm just going to tie a simple bow with 2 loops and then tying them together. I hot glue the flower down next to the bow. And then I'm going to hot glue the bat at a bottom corner, and that is it for this really cute pumpkin jack-o'-lantern stand. Now this one I thought was really fun, so I'm going to take these wood pieces that you can get from the Dollar Tree now. The Dollar Tree near me has been carrying a whole lot of scrap wood pieces like this that I think are really, really fun. So I'm just going to take 2 of them, and I'm going to start by painting both of them white, the back, the sides, everything, just one good coat of white Waverly chalk paint. Now again, I'm going to take some of my Chalk Couture transfers. This is a Halloween bundle, and I thought that there were so many cute sayings and cute pictures, so I just cut out 2 that I wanted to use. I'm going to fuzz them on the back so that they don't stick too much to my white paint. And then I will put the transfers on top of my little squares, and I just put them on there where I want them. I put a spell on you, I put towards the top, and the jack-o'-lantern I put towards the middle. Again, you could use the Halloween paste pack if you wanted. I'm just going to use the paste that I have. I have this yellow glitter one that I thought was really cute, and I'll just use my little squeegee tool to apply that paste, and then I will remove the transfer, and I just think that this turned out so cute. I'm going to do the same thing for the jack-o'-lantern, and I'm going to take my shimmer pumpkin color and I'm going to apply the paste to that, and then I'll just remove the transfer, And that's all you have to do to get these really cute pieces. I just think that they're adorable. And then I always make sure to wash my transfers right away so that I can reuse them for a different project. Now, to finish these up, for the jack-o'-lantern one, I'm going to take some twine, wrap it around the bottom and the top, and I just tied the knots in the back. And that's all you have to do for that one. Really simple. I love the finishing look that the twine gives it. And then for the I Put a Spell on You, I took this same ribbon that is kind of the theme for my video, and I just cut it down. I unraveled the ends to make it look really messy and frayed. And then I'm just going to hot glue that down at the bottom, wrapping the sides around to the back of my little plaque. And then I'm going to take some twine, wrap that around on top of the ribbon about 2 times, and then tying a bow right in the middle. And that's it for this one. Really, really fun and super cute. Now, if you don't have COUTURE, another option that you could do is take some Dollar Tree window clings. I found these ones that I thought were really fun for Halloween. And I'm going to take that same little wooden plaque that you can get from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to paint it completely black. Once it's all painted and dry, I'm going to take one of these window clings and I'm going to Mod Podge it to the front of my wooden piece. I'll get it all nice and stuck down there on the back, and then I will go over the entire thing with Mod Podge on the front just to make sure it's completely stuck down there. And then to finish that one off, I just did some twine at the top and bottom, and that's it for this one. Now for this next DIY, I thought this one was so fun. I'm going to take one of these wooden frames that you can get for $1 at Michael's. I just removed the twine hanger from the back. And then I found a sign with this truck cutout at the Target dollar spot. I took that from the sign and I'm going to paint it in this blue color from Dixie Belle. I thought this was really fun. I'll put the name of the color in my description box below, so if you're interested, you can check that out. And I just started by painting the entire truck. I put some washi tape down at the bottom of the pumpkin so I could make sure that I got a nice clean edge. I just went through and painted it. I avoided any of the engraved lines so that could give more detail to my truck. And then I'm going to paint the pumpkins with a spicy orange color from Craft Smart, and I will paint the wheels in black from Waverly. I'm going to take one of the cat cutouts from that Hobby Lobby pack and a bat, and I'm going to paint both of them black. And then I'm going to take some tumbling tower pieces. I'm going to take 4 of them. I'm going to glue them in a set of 2, and then I'll hot glue those to the back of my truck to make this sign a little bit more 3D, and then I'll hot glue the truck down inside of my sign. I'll hot glue the bat to the top corner and the cat to the bottom corner, and that's it for this DIY. For this one, I thought you couldn't go without a black flame candle for a Halloween tiered tray set. So I'm going to take one of these LED candles from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to remove the plastic all around it, and then I'm going to take my hot glue gun and I'm just going to start putting hot glue all around the top. It just kind of drips down the candle, which I think is really fun. And the more hot glue you put in one place, the bigger of a drip that you're gonna get. So I just did this all around. I just kind of messed with, how much glue I was putting where so that I could get longer drips. And I just did this over and over until I got it the way that I wanted it. Once that hot glue is all dry, I'm just going to take my Waverly chalk paint and ink, and I gave it one good coat. I painted the outside and the inside, even the little flame in the middle, and that's it for this one. I think this turned out really, really adorable. that's it for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Let me know which project was your favorite in the comments down below. Don't mind the messy background for right now. I'm still trying to get everything set up. It's been a crazy couple of weeks, as you can imagine. So just giving you a little sneak peek of what everything looks like. Just kind of, you know, messiness at this point, but I will get there. Slowly but surely, I'm getting there, and hopefully I will have, you know, my little setup to film in front of it and everything finished soon. So don't mind all this for now. It will go back to the way it was, or even better. Like I said before, if you guys are interested in my Halloween craft kits, make sure that you click that description box below so that you can check them out and purchase them from my website. I can't wait to see how you guys finish them. Don't forget to subscribe before you guys leave. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.